Oh, let's dance, Tucker. Hold on one second. I need to find my hat. I'm not doing this without a hat. One of my captain, Admiral. Hey, join the Armada, right? Anyways, Tucker.
So Donald Trump and Alex Jones and a whole lot of other people are no longer allowed on Twitter, but Justin Trudeau is. He's the Prime Minister of Canada. Now that's unfair, of course, but it's also
Destroy
interesting. Trudeau is
civilization,
way crazier than any of the people who've been banned from Twitter that we're aware of.
So,
But
our
you can
end
see
of the
him
week
thinking in real
review,
time, and
our
that's kinda
second
cool.
week, I guess
Tells
it
you
would
wow.
be at the country
He just
store,
sent this
and
tweet out. Quote, people
third
across
week
the
at
country are lighting
Prosky's, fourth
candles
week
to
at
honor
Prosky's, something
Indigenous
like that.
women, girls, and two
I think like a back end of the last day, kind of got a round off. Or
That's
three,
a group,
for
a
sure.
so-called community.
Anyway.
Most of these communities, by the way, consist of people who've got nothing in common with
That's
each
a
other,
pretty
don't even
beast.
know each other. They're no
That's a
meetings,
beast
they're
mode
meeting
number
around
right
communities,
there.
they're constructs of politicians. But whatever.
There are things at the country store that'll
What
kill
the
you,
hell is he
especially at
talking
the back end. So,
What are the
well,
chances Justin
families
Trudeau has no
are
idea
one,
what he's talking
right?
about?
That's a
I'm not even
job.
sure how you're
Women,
supposed
kids
to
taking
say
care of kids,
that
taking
acronym.
care of
Watch.
kids with Manuela. Yeah,
I
I
will
mean,
never apologize for standing
welcome to
up
Stone
for
Mill. This is what we do. Welcome to Stone Mill.
LGBTQ2 plus kids' rights.
It's all pretty great.
Those
Also,
kinds of
terrifying.
reviews have certain
Doug
sets.
Saad is
Oh,
a
we got
very
a few.
interesting person,
Me and
professor,
Chris kind of got in a
author of
little
the new
one.
book,
It's
The
like,
Parasitic Mind,
you're in a horse stable,
how
buddy.
infectious
You know,
ideas
it's
are killing common sense.
not a nice
Boy, is
place
that-
to just come over to me.
Chris,
Things
thanks so
are
much
grinding
for
great,
coming on.
and you're
We
not
appreciate
cranking
your
board enough
being
to
here.
do.
So
You
what
got
do you
problems
make
with the
of
medical,
Prime
you
Minister
say.
of Canada
And I see
coming
you,
out
loopy
with
STD. I get it. I
vehement
feel you. Been there.
defense of an endorsement of a group whose name he can't even pronounce or
Yes,
define?
no, maybe. Mass been tried.
Well, it's
You're gonna
part
give
and
me a
parcel
flavor of
his,
something
moral
inside of here.
confusion and moral
For me,
hypocrisy. When
hitting
he
the
was a
throttle on the chainsaw.
parliamentarian, when Stephen Harper was Prime Minister,
All right, fine.
Justin
No,
Trudeau
but
got
I'll
very
fire that
upset
bitch off.
because
I'll fire that
Stephen
bitch off, and
Harper
I
referred
get this
to
about that service
honor
rating.
killings and child
Ted
bride
does-
and
oh,
female
all right,
genital
well.
mutilation as barbaric. Justin Trudeau wasn't angry at those acts.
fine.
He was angry that Stephen
I
Harper
rode
would call
skid
them
steer wheels,
barbaric. So that
forklift
gives you a
wheels
sense
off. Just
of his
keep,
moral
keep
compass.
going. If it could ride on three,
So
I'd
it's
fucking
not
make it.
about protecting human rights, which I think all of us would be strongly for. I certainly would. It's about elevating some groups and hurting others.
Indeed, and I mean, I see this
Well,
all
there's a
through
most
my
point in the
scientific
number.
career. It
I
is
gotta
no
keep the
longer
grader
about
up there
judging
grading
the,
board. I just
when
gotta
you apply
invent
for
something so it's a
scientific
red
grant, it's
pen,
no
more
longer about
obvious.
the worth of the scientific application. It's
that
about
thing.
whether
And you
you
get good with the black
adhere
ones
to
if you miss
certain
one.
diversity,
It
inclusion,
gets weird
and
at the end of the
equity
day. I'm sure
edicts.
it'd be tough.
So
You
these
get out there,
dreadful
there's only one way
ideas,
to
these
do it.
parasitic ideas,
To me, to
have
be-
real-world consequences. They
He's
start
Gavin
off
boat
in
because
the esoteric
with
world
that-
of
that
the
goes
ivory
across
tower,
the
but
board.
eventually they break out, and now they
He would be
infect
telling
every
you
nook
could put
and
an
cranny
X
of our
on one of the
societies.
best boards to have there.
I
Okay,
hope
fine.
that
I
our
will
audience
argue.
will take a look at your book in which you lay this out in some great detail, but I just have to sum up by asking the obvious question. Is this slowing down, or is it picking up steam? Do you see an end to this?
Yeah, Ted does this. Yep. Okay.
I mean, it is picking up, regrettably, but I am optimistic in that I truly believe
How
that
do
the
you know?
silent
Because
majority
he's in charge of the
despises
vote.
this stuff. If we can activate our inner honey badger and speak in unison, we'll get rid of these parasitic ideas by next Tuesday. If we don't,
So there
it'll
were
be a
anything
slow
else? Well,
train ride
Mike,
to
he's
hell.
on the board too. What
What a great, I'm glad I asked that question. What a great, if we can activate our inner honey badgers, we can
He's
end
a
this
good
by
kid,
next Tuesday.
19 years
but if
old.
we
I
don't,
call him that, but
it's a
I made
train
him
to
as a
hell.
Mason
Well,
because he hit there
put
real
that on the
quick.
fridge. Guys, I
Um,
appreciate your
I
coming
give
on.
him
Congrats on the
marshmallow
book.
anytime. You know, let him
Thank you so much.
turn that
Cheers.
back around because he's gonna put it to the
Hey,
table.
Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe
Um,
to Fox News YouTube page
there's a way to
and
break
catch
that
our
down.
hottest interviews
About
and
throttle.
most
Well,
compelling
let's push up the
analysis.
front
You
there.
will not get it anywhere
Derek,
else.
the other guys, there's a line, two man. You slow it down, you hit better efficiency. I don't know how to slow it down, so maybe it's hold on before you put the next board to the saw. Just one throttle, two throttle, you probably one man that thing. You cancel up, light up, and kind of give it an early break. You know, something turn on a lot because that's the day, but it has huge return on it because you cut it down to not quite what 2 will do on a good day, but you know, maybe a 2 with a big issue or a 3 with a big issue or something. 3 with a big issue. So that's fun. Just got out of that today, Friday. Don't check bang. In there. Well, anyways. Everything else up there is looking pretty square. We got straps and banding. Doesn't slow down, it's got a nice slap. How far are we into this? 3, we'll see what else we got here. Switch it off to the country store, sure. Yeah. Anyway. Jocko. He hit a couple earlier today. I think it was one from AC I was watching earlier. I'll come back to. A little bit of satire for you.
Hard thing to do, and I've been fortunate enough to be around leaders in the military who had that ability to do that. It was almost an innate sense they had to put the welfare of those they lead first.
We
and
we
learned this in the Army and the Marines and the Navy, Air Force.
Open up the door, let the imposters
leaders eat last, and the reason we do that, you
buddy.
can imagine, you're out there either in a training environment or on an operation, get this chow mermaided out in the field, and it's rainy, it's cold, and if that leader jumps in the chow line first, there's probably whoever's going to be the last guy in the chow line probably isn't going to eat, or at least get a full portion. I mean, that's why leaders eat last. You want your folks that you lead to have the benefit of that nutrition before you suck it down, and again, we learned this in the military, and I think folks in the civilian sector, some know that kind of innately, and others maybe never experienced that, and that's why I think there's some organizations that cannot develop that trust that is so essential if you're going to have an organization effectively run.
Don't worry about it.
Another thing about this is I think there's people who think that they can fool their troops and
my point.
If you went masked up into thinking
hand
that they care about them
at least once every hour, and then you kind of go and touch garbage, touch the garbage can.
A young enlisted guy, having been the youngest and most junior guy in my first
computer
two
terminal
platoons,
screen.
Everybody can tell when you're looking out for yourself. Everybody can tell. You're not fooling anyone, and that's why the people that truly care about
I'm taking a better level under it, which would drop it over and the rest of the knee on.
You can think of examples that we've seen in the military.
Blink,
a leader who, I remember when I was over in Ramadi, one of the platoons was getting some better version of an upper V. And the platoon leader refused to take that better version. He made sure
realistically, the
other
rest
soldiers
is
in
it's
the
a
platoon
job.
got
it's
that
in
version
town.
before he would
they
take it
have
to
a
ride it himself, and that's putting yourself more at risk for the benefit of those you lead. So there's a perfect example of how one could do that, especially if it means putting your life at risk. That this guy was a true leader.
100%. No, that's a outstanding example right there. Next characteristic, competence. When I talk about competence being an element of leadership, I am not referring to the technical competence in a specific job. I am referring to the general competence of a person to lead others. Many elements make up competence, but the most imperative are providing a vision and purpose for the organization, decision-making, developing others, and communication. A leader must be able to articulate a vision which is simple, unique, ideal image of the future. Leaders must explain the why behind the vision and tell their followers what they believe in. When leaders provide vision and purpose, they instill confidence and provide inspiration that fuels an organization, empowering it to success. A leader must learn and apply problem-solving skills and decision-making processes.